Okay, back to talk about Doctor Who and Peter Cushing in uh, Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, and talking about what happens in it and giving some reaction to that. So previously, I mentioned that Bernard Cribbins is in this movie, who is also in the new Doctor Who show with David Tennant. Okay, so he plays the cop in Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD. Okay, the Doctor, Peter Cushing, takes the cop, Bernard Cribbins, with him, along with his granddaughter and niece. His granddaughter and his niece. His niece was played by Jill Curzon, and his granddaughter was played by Roberta Togi. Okay. So they go to the future, London, 2150 AD. Peter Cushing's doctor, here we go, introduces himself to the cop as Doctor Who, not the Doctor. His niece is named Louise. His granddaughter is named Susan. The cop is named Tom Campbell. Tom doesn't believe Doctor Who when he tells him they are inside a space-time machine. He exits the TARDIS to find London in ruins. A falling beam from a ruined building almost falls right on Susan, but Tom gets her out of the way. The TARDIS gets buried in beams and rubble. Susan hurt her ankle and stays with Louise, while Doctor Who and Tom go to a warehouse in search of a crowbar to unbury the TARDIS. Louise and Susan get captured by men in the ruins of London. Doctor Who and Tom discover a man in the warehouse, and he falls to the floor. He's wearing a dark uniform and a helmet with a visor and a brick-sized radio control device with an antenna on it. And they were on the... There's a picture of them on the booklet that I showed before. Oh, right here. This is what the guy looked like. The one in the center there. Doctor Who removes the helmet and discovers that the man is dead. Doctor Who and Tom hear gunfire and head toward the exit of the warehouse. They find that Louise and Susan are not where they left them, by the TARDIS. They go to search for them. The man that captured Louise and Susan did it to protect them because it's too dangerous to be out in the open in the ruins of London. A Dalek emerges from the river, and there are two uniformed men, like the one Doctor Who and Tom found in the warehouse. They have large ray guns. The Dalek commands the uniformed men, who we'll find out later that they are called Robo-Men. The Dalek orders the Robo-Men to take Doctor Who and Tom to the Dalek's spaceship. The men that captured Louise and Susan take them to their base. There are many people preparing weapons. The man in charge is in a wheelchair. Inside the Dalek ship, Doctor Who uses Tom's comb to open their cell door. The comb worked on the magnetized door because it was non-conductive. They try to escape, but there are Daleks at both ends of the hallway. A Dalek tells Doctor Who they've passed the intelligence test and are to be robotized. Several of the men from London that were in hiding with Louise and Susan go to the Dalek ship. Two of them wear the helmets and uniforms of the robotized men. They're pretending to be working for the Daleks. They tell the Daleks they're taking the men as prisoners to the ship. Louise is with them. A Dalek realizes the men are not robotized. One of the men pushes the Dalek down the entrance ramp, and they're destroyed. The Londoners attack the Daleks by throwing bombs at them. They stop the robotizing process and rescue Doctor Who and Tom. The Londoners fight off the Daleks and the robotized men. Doctor Who escapes with them, but Tom remains on the ship with Louise. Louise, who is hiding in a closet. It looked like a closet anyway. Storage area. When the Daleks shoot people, it looks like the gas sprayed from old fire extinguishers. Not the really old ones. Probably the really old ones they probably sprayed water. I mentioned, I think it was in the booklet that, they decided on fire extinguisher spray because the flames would have been too frightening. Too frightening for the children, apparently. Nowadays, I think they use like a foam for extinguishing fires. That's why I said old fire extinguishers. So that's what it looks like when the Daleks shoot people. It looks like a fire extinguisher. Okay, there's a silly scene where Tom is pretending to be one of the robotized men. When he moves with the other Robo-Men, he's a step behind. They all eat what looks like colored pills off paper plates. It's probably candy. Louise, who had been hiding in a closet, yep, I mentioned that before. She finds Tom. Okay. Susan and two of the Londoners, Wyler is one of them. One of them is named Wyler. And the other one is... the other one was the leader that was in a wheelchair. Okay. They head off to Watford. Okay. Susan left... this is funny. Susan left a note for Doctor Who. When he gets back with one of the Londoners named David, who was played by Ray Brooks, Doctor Who doesn't see the note. It's more like it's written on a wall, so it's kind of funny to call it a note. Not a wall. It's written on a door, but it's large writing on a door. Okay. It's funny that the Londoner David didn't see Susan's writing on the door. She wrote in big letters on the door. The Londoner David should have seen it because it was in his field of vision. Doctor Who and the Londoner David go to a mine in Bedfordshire. In Watford, the man in the wheelchair sees some Daleks and throws bombs at them. He gets buried in rubble from the explosion from the bombs he was thrown. Susan and the other Londoner, Wyler, get in a van. This van, it's a very weird-looking van. I've seen this same kind of van in a horror movie. I might have seen it in a couple horror movies. I think one of them might have been Jeepers Creepers. If it wasn't that, it was something. It was another horror movie where it looked really creepy. This van, it just looks so weird. I don't think they have vans in this style anymore. It's kind of hard to describe. It's a weird looking van. So it's the same kind of van that Susan and Wyler get in. And then with this van, they crash through Daleks and they drive away. They almost run over chickens. I felt like they wouldn't have cared if they did. Susan notices that they're being followed by the Dalek ship flying above them. They get out of the van and the Dalek ship blows it up. The Dalek ship lands. Tom and Louise escape down the disposal chute of the ship. There they see the Daleks, Roboman, and people working outside the mine. Tom attacks one of the Robomen. Tom and Louise hide in a shed. Susan and the Londoner Wyler stop to rest. In the home of two women out in the country. Doctor Who and the Londoner David meet a man outside the mine named Broccoli. Broccoli. That's Broccley. Broccoli. He had a brother named Cauliflower. Yeah. No, he didn't. Just kidding. Okay, Broccoli is played by Philip Maddock, who was in the Crotons, which I have right here. This is back in Doctor Who, in the show back in the time of Doctor Who when the Doctor was played by Patrick Troughton. I have the wrong one here. The Crotons. Here it is. Okay, this is from the old Doctor Who story where Patrick Troughton was the Doctor, and we have there's a robot on the front. Was that one of the Was that the Crotons with the robots? Yeah. So a Croton, which is a robot, on the front with Wendy Padbury, the cute Wendy Padbury. Wendy Padbury played Zoe. Yeah. This also had Jamie as the Doctor's assistant. So here it is. This is the Crotons. She's so cute, that Wendy Padbury. Look at her, how cute she is. Okay, so Philip Maddock was in this. Yeah, he's in the commentary. He plays Elic. Okay, but he also plays Broccoli in the Doctor Who movie Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, starring Peter Cushing. Okay, so Broccoli agrees to help Doctor Who and the Londoner David get into the mine. I think I'm going to stop there. I don't know if it shows up on the audio for this video, but I can hear my annoying neighbor above me. I wish I didn't have any neighbors at all. At least neighbors that were at least in to live in a building where the walls are thick enough where you don't have to listen to your neighbors. I would prefer that. Anyway. Okay. It's Friday. Friday.